Hi, I'm James Salmon, and I'm the director of In the Backseat.
And I'm Arnaud Weissenburger, writer and director of Paris, Ontario. So, James, I got to see your film just a few days ago, and the one thing that struck to me immediately was the 7 minute one take, which we also have in our film, Paris, Ontario, but with a much different approach. And I wanted to ask you how that felt to finally get that take, which encompasses basically the whole film, in the bag.
Uh, Tiring, but great. It was a lot of work. I literally was on set with a stopwatch, making sure that we fit a certain amount of time. But it was extremely exciting to finally nail it after so many repeated attempts. I kind of imagined it in a way like theater because it has in the car, especially, it feels very theatrical and like a stage play. And it was just rehearsing it almost as if we were on a stage, but our stage was a car. Well, yeah. So there's a few things I noticed about your film. One, what inspired you to tell the story in Paris, Ontario, beyond the narrative? Was there something very specific to your personal life? Do you have a connection to Paris, Ontario?
Paris, I've always wanted to write and direct films that are very geographically specific, and Paris was in our research a city, a town, I suppose, that we came across and thought that it really was like a really charming little town, and we really wanted to accentuate its assets, its beauty in a certain way, and really try to take as much advantage of it as we can to try to tell the story through the geography. The way the characters move through certain blocks to get to certain places really does reflect the town and represents the town, and that kind of exercise is something that I really connect with.
Awesome. Does that last little small question? Does that hotel really exist? Is there actually a hotel with like famous people rooms? That's so
Yes.
cool.
So that really is like, we really tried to use to be inspired, like we really tried to write the script in a way that was inspired by real life. So the Arlington Hotel is a real hotel that really is a block away from the War Memorial, and that really has rooms designed based on famous people. So we happened to take the Freud room, but there's Agatha Christie, there's Leonardo da Vinci, there's Leonard Cohen, there's a bunch of others, and that's what makes that hotel so special, and not just kind of like average motel vibe. And so we really wanted to take that and try to represent that cinematically a little bit. But yeah, like one of the things that really stuck out to me in the back seat was kind of your approach to something that could otherwise be so simple and straightforward, which is kind of a dialogue driven exchange between two people in a relationship, but it looks and feels not the way you would expect. And so can you talk about what kind of like creatively stimulated you to make something that try to twist that a little bit?
It was actually part of a 48-hour film challenge, and the genre that we were given was romance. So um, I had never really fully approached a directly romance-oriented film before. So, and I was worried with what you were saying. I was worried about something being between a relationship between two people coming off mundane and kind of a little tropey and boring. So I kind of just leaned into the fact that we had to do a relationship. A breakup makes the most sense in the amount of time that we had, but I wanted to really add this sense of unique charm and flair. Um, well, out of curiosity, what are your inspirations for filmmaking? Why did you start making film in general? What kind of drew you in?
It's something I've always kind of wanted to delve into since a young age, and Paris is our thesis film for university at Ryerson University, and so I had kind of this vague idea of doing a film that followed a tourist who is kind of not in a very comfortable situation, in the sense that he doesn't speak the language that everybody else is talking about. I've had kind of that vague concept for a while, and it kind of like flourished in the last year or two. But I think for the same reason that you have like these kind of bursts of creativity, you have these bursts of like, oh, I have like some ideas, some stories. It is kind of the reason why I wanted to get into filmmaking, is to be able to communicate these things in a certain way that is hopefully compelling. Luckily, this kind of like movie theater experience that we've been depraved of for these last
Yes.
few like more than a year is starting to come back, and it's going to come back with Forest City, and have your film be playing in a theater. So that's a nice little silver
I'm
lining, I
actually
guess.
so excited for that exact thing, what you're saying. I've never had the full opportunity to watch an audience watch a film that I made. And I'm so excited. I even spoke to my wonderful concierge. I was like, I wish I could just stand at the bottom of the theater near the exit in the shadows and not watch my movie. I want to watch the audience watch it. I want to see how they react. I want to see when they laugh or when they smile, or even when they like turn away because they don't like something. I want to know. I want to see them watch it. So I'm very, very excited to be able to not just be in a theater, but really be in a moment where people are watching something I've made. I'm so excited about that. So yeah.
Yeah, likewise. One of the best parts when you're a filmmaker is just trying to discuss with your audience and trying to see how people react to your proposition, your story, and just trying to see what worked, what didn't, but also just like you were saying, how they emotionally reacted to things, how they were emotionally affected by things, if they were surprised in any way. And that's what I hope we can do through the this very this really neat these screenings at the Forest City Film Festival.
You can catch my film In the Back Seat, which is a lovable little romance, on October 21st at 10 a.m. in program 6. You can also follow me on Instagram at I'm James Salmon. You can send me a message. You can build a ship, because the best ships are friendships. Anything you want to do, you can reach out to me there.
Yeah, and be sure to catch Paris, Ontario, also at the Faro Forest City Film Festival on October 22nd at 6 p.m. at the Wolf Performance Hall. And you can follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Instagram is at Arnaud _ Weissenburger. You can also follow the film at Paris, Ontario Film. And be sure to represent London, Ontario by watching these films by Southwestern Ontario, I mean, and not just London. And be sure to visit Forest City Film Festival's website, fcff.ca, for more information.
Perfect. Thank you so much to Forest City and to Arnaud in this awesome interview. And I really look forward to seeing you there.
Yeah, thanks so much, James.